All right, let's go over this trend. Basically, just taking a look at the Dow and seeing what opportunities um, materialize. So this happened here, and this really, this is a no-brainer. And why I say that is, you had your high volume, climax, and then you had a secondary test, low volume. So why is it important? Because you went from 215 to 33. 215 to the attempt to go higher, yielding 33. 250, 33. What is that indicating? That's indicating demand is spent. It was spent on the prior move up. In the background, you have big volume, 182, but the attempt after it went higher and still had 112, right? And then here, it made 215, which is greater than 182, making it the most amount of volume, the most amount of everything, and the retest on 33. That retest is very telling. So keep that in mind, but yeah, can it pull back and then go higher? Obviously, all it has to do is go back to this breakout level. Test, if demand is still at this, they're going to go higher. But what happens is, as it goes to the breakout level, it doesn't hold. Understand? It doesn't hold. What does that mean? Demand is no longer there. It's that simple. You go back, when you pull back, it needs to go to breakout level or areas where demand had previously come in. Where did it come in? It came in on the turning point and breakout level. So on the breakout level, what happens? It breaks out on the downside instead and takes out the low. So it's like, that's all you, at least for me, that's all I need to know, because it means that there's no support here. So where's the support? And by support, I mean buyers. So where's the support? It must be much lower. If they're not here, chances are they are lower. I don't know how much lower, obviously, but I can guesstimate. Okay, first attempt right over here, right? Y breakout level, that's where demand was. Is demand still there? Let's check. Goes through that area. What happens? Feeble attempt. Rally. Okay, what about a little bit lower? About here? Guess what? They were there. They're at the low. So, that's my take on it. It's just, where can price go? Price is going to go where demand was before. It's like a map. Not a map, but where in the past is there demand? That's where demand is. So chances are supply is going lower, and goes to that level where demand was. Is demand still there? If demand is still there, you're going to get a bounce. Did you get a bounce? Or you got in this prior area of the breakout demand, what you get? Nothing. It's nothing. So it's going to go lower to the next area of demand. So how do you find the next area of demand? Basically, it has to either be the turning point or it's going to be the breakout area. Those are typically it. Otherwise, new demand is just going to enter randomly, and I cannot predict that. Neither can you, neither can anyone else. Right? So all I know here is you have your climax. How do I know it's a climax? Based on the secondary test. How do I know it's a secondary test? Based on selling pressure. How do I know this has formed the turning point? Because of the climax, secondary test, and selling. Bingo. Now it's just a matter of how low you're going to go till it finds demand. That's it. Right? So I need to see areas of supply. What are the areas of supply? Let's see. here, this tag, this is one. And around the breakout. Okay. Around the breakout. So all it does after it breaks out, it tests and goes back down. It's not a big move, but that basically is the story of the trend. Here, there's sudden pressure, but it's a shortening of the thrust, meaning all that pressure. What did you get for it? One break. And then it started going up. Now, I don't know about this. There is a breakout, there is pressure, but it's end of the day. So, always volume comes in. All right, so that takes care of this. So the sequence here, climax, secondary test, third and fourth test, meaning a third attempt to go up, a fourth attempt to go up. Secondary test failed, third attempt failed, fourth attempt failed, then it broke. Obviously, this is a block. Went up, sold, went up, sold, went up, sold. The demand can go high. Why? The supply has to be there. So this is a nice area to risk off of. And it helps to confirm because there's a second, third, and fourth attempt. Right? After that, there's a breakdown, and where you test the breakdown. That's it. Here, you had selling pressure and follow through, and I don't think you need any more info. After this confirmation that breaks this low and this pathetic rally, chances are it's going to go lower because look at the demand that's coming from that level of support. Nothing. All right, so the logic says it's going to go lower to find an additional area of demand. That's what probability state. Whereas that additional could be here, or could be lower here. In this case, it was basically a spring that low. So I found some demand. And that's all right. Thank you. Have a good weekend.